I just want to backtrack to the pendulum, and I think they're wonderful. Do you mind just showing the audience how to use it?
Sure.
What do you do?
Yeah. So you want to be have a flat surface like a table that you're sitting at because you want your elbow to be well supported. And I hold mine between my pointer finger and my thumb, and I hold it, I'm just going to keep it in the screen, but really like an inch above. This is my letter board. It's not a Ouija board. A lot of people see this and they get scared because of what Ouija boards have meant to them in their childhood. It's just letters on a board and numbers. And so I have used this to say, may I have the name of a spirit guide or ancestor that's here with me right now to support me in serving the highest good. And then here's the thing about using a pendulum. You can see that it already, mine gets a lot of movement. You have to be so patient in this process. I'm not going to do it and wait for the letters in our time together because that's just not going to fill any of the airspace. But if you wait, and you practice, your pendulum will go to the first letter. And then you can hold it over the first letter and say, okay, is it S? And it can circle yes or no. And then you come back to the middle and you say, may I have the second letter in the name, please? And then you wait and it will go to the second letter. So that's an example of how to use this letter board, which I also teach. And in terms of just simple yes and no questions, you can learn your yes and no response. For me, it's a clockwise motion for yes, counterclockwise for no. That's the way that I teach it, but some people get up, straight up and down for yes and across for no. It just depends. You have to practice to build this. This is a relationship that you have with a pendulum, with your tool. And then you can ask yes and no questions. And I recommend you don't start with, should I marry Charlie? Or something that
Sorry.
you something that you have a very strong emotional attachment to. Start instead with something, and wording is everything, really. Will it serve me in the highest, will it serve my highest good to continue my current relationship as it is? That's just an example, just off the top of my head. If you get no, then you can ask follow-up questions. Will it serve my highest good to make changes to this relationship? Maybe you'll get a yes. Okay, can I please have the first letter of the first word of a change that will benefit my growth and expansion as a soul? It's all about how you ask the questions. And that's how you get the highest guidance that you can.
And you don't always get the answers you think you want.
You almost never do.
Oh, no. Okay.
Because if you want a certain answer, then you have attachment.
Yes.
And it is our attachments that are really messing us up. So when you sit down to work with a pendulum, there is a process. You'll want to clear your energy field. You'll want to have a ritual to invoke the highest vibrational frequency of integrity and love. You know, there's a process to this. You don't just, and again, don't sit down with your pendulum when you're mad or when you just broke up with someone or when you're out of balance. This is a process of trusting. And when do you most trust yourself? Not when your emotions are amplified, but when you are balanced, when you are in harmony with rhythm, the rhythm of life, the rhythm of your spirit. Yeah.
Thank you. And with the numbers on that circle dial that you were using, can you also ask things like years or months or weeks with the numbers? Oh, I
Of
love
course.
that.
Yeah. 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 There's really, I haven't come across anything that you cannot use a pendulum for. If you play around with the words and with the language, you can find a way to ask for exactly what you need. And it's quite exciting. It's really fun. And it doesn't mean that just because you get a certain answer, you have to act on it. You can just accept that as information.